Hi guys, this is the Oracle of Daphne. My name's Elizabeth. I go by Beth, but I created Oracle Daphne because there used to be an actual Oracle of Daphne, and I thought it would be really cool to kind of bring it back to life. So, just be inspired by the goddess. So I'm gonna pull one card. For you guys today. I'm going to do your, daily horoscope. I just got home from work and I'm really excited to do this video. Again, you guys have been really great with the comments, and if you guys want to message me to do private readings, feel free to, and I'll, give you my PayPal information. You guys, again, can pay me whatever you decide you can afford or you want to. So it's kind of like pay as you can, basically. Excuse me. And I am drinking my usual smoothie, purple crazy goddess juice. It's actually blueberries. Today it's blueberries, frozen banana, yogurt, and soy milk. It's just kind of simpler today because I ran out of mangoes and kiwis. So I'm all charged up, ready to go. And by the way, if anybody wants to donate like a tapestry or anything to go behind me, I'd love that. Or if there's a stylist who wants to redo my hair, I've been told that by several people that I need to get like a makeover. You'd be right. I love a makeover. I'm open to it. So if you guys want to make me over, feel free to send me stuff or just message me, and you can volunteer to do my hair, and then I'll make sure to mention you in my videos. Okay, so I've shuffled the cards many times, and I'm just going to pick one off the top and see what I get. Okay, so for today, your reading is, it's actually interesting that there's these sunlight coming through. To me, this is the standoff card. This is the card, it's a Two of Swords. So basically, you and somebody else are at an impasse. It's about, sometimes it can indicate waiting for things to change or hoping that things change. A lot of times people get into arguments, and then what happens is they both hang up the phone, or they burn each other out, or they go through a zillion text messages, and then that's it. Somebody gets too mad and they don't answer, and it gets to a point where basically nothing's happening, and no one's moving their pieces. If this life were a chess game, nobody's moving their pieces, and everybody's just kind of waiting for the other one to make a move. This could mean you're waiting on somebody to make a move. You're waiting on somebody to call you. You're waiting for the other person to tell you something, or but this, I'm kind of drawn to this, the figure here where he's holding his swords in front of his chest. He's guarding his heart. He's protecting himself. So maybe you're afraid of being hurt, or maybe you've been hurt before, or maybe somebody is capable of hurting you and you don't want them to come any closer. You're just saying, okay, these are my boundaries. You're drawing the line, It's funny, I'll tell you this, that my younger brother and I, used to have a very intense relationship. And, when I lived at home, I have an older brother and a younger brother who I love very much. And my younger brother would annoy me so much. He tortured me so much. And eventually I got a piece of tape and literally drew it across the doorway that says, "Cliff, do not enter. You're not allowed to enter. Cliff, do not enter." His name is Clifford. So that's drawing the line. You could be having, it's two as well. So you could have two kids that are having trouble. They could be fighting. You could be juggling, it's almost like the juggler. You could be juggling two situations. you could be having problems like one-on-one with your child where you can't get them to do their homework. You can't get them to read. You can't get them to write. You can't. They're only interested in one thing, and they don't want to do anything other than that one thing, and they're going through, I call, a phase. Which, don't ever say that to kids, because it drives them crazy. Unless you want to drive them crazy, you know, you want to tease them a bit. But basically, yeah, this is all about. It can sometimes be about somebody is offering their love and you don't want to receive it, or you're scared. You know, this can be somebody who's a little bit more aggressive and like is like, you know, maybe asking for your hand in marriage, even, like, you know, they're pursuing you and you're like, no, not interested, no. This could be somebody who's not answering their phone, not somebody who's cut themselves off for a reason. It's a no, there's nothing is moving forward. Basically today, the energy of today is that basically you guys are feeling like maybe you're at a standstill. You're not moving forward. The energy is very, very stuck. You want to change, you want things to move forward, but for instance, for example, there may be two people that that are just not connecting. They cannot agree. They cannot come to a point which they agree to disagree and then move on. This is sometimes about people who can't resolve conflict. Aries and Libras are coming to my mind. If you're an Aries or a Libra, these two signs have struggle. I've talked about this before in my September readings. Aries avoid conflict like the plague, even though they're the first to bring the argument to the table, yet they avoid it. So there's two contradictory things, and that's why I'm thinking two. Gemini also has the two thing going on, because it's almost like it has a split personality. On the one hand, it's really, really lovey-dovey. On the other hand, it can turn around and, you know, stab you in the back, you know, hate your guts. So it's, you know, feeling strongly for Geminis here, actually, today. Geminis, you guys are in the negative headspace. I feel it's more negative than positive. You're in the negative headspace, because this is one of the more negative cards that I have. It's just not, and if you look at it, the moon is upside down. Things are not going your way. They're at a standstill because something happened. A fight happened, and then eventually got to a point where, like, okay, that's it. You know, you've had enough. And the Two of Swords technically means different things, you know, if you looked it up on the computer or whatever. But this is my interpretation of what it means today. Today is August 28th, 2014. So this is what the reading is for today. I usually call this the OK Corral card, where two people are standing in a duel. There's a duel. I think Western films. I watched a lot of Western films growing up. And if any of you have watched any Western films, you know what I'm talking about, where two people are standing with their pistols and they're ready to shoot. So there's also a feeling of being very tense. You know, you're ready for the fight, you know? And I'm putting my hands up like this, and it's kind of like how he's holding those swords. So there could be a boxing element. I feel strongly about that there's a boxing, fighting element here. Someone actually may be doing boxing, or somebody maybe have actually gotten into a fist fight, a brawl or something. And, you know, gotten hurt, or this can also be, I'm starting to just looking at this dark cloak. This can also be somebody who is hiding something or retreating from the public eye. They're in retreat. They don't want to be bothered. They're under the radar, you know. Shia LaBeouf comes to my mind, and I didn't say his name. LaBeouf. I don't know how to say his name. Nobody, I think, ever has known from the beginning how to say his name. But he went to was it the Oscars? I don't know, remember what it was, some awards thing, and he had the paper bag over his head, and he wrote something on it. And it's kind of like that. It's kind of like that attitude that he a lot of celebrities. So if you're a celebrity watching this, you know, you want to be under the radar. You want to be You don't want the public eye to be focused on you. You don't want the spotlight focused on you. And there's actually, it's funny because there's actually a light. There's a lot of light in this card behind this person. There's a light shining down this person, but the person isn't even showing their face. They don't even want to show their face for some reason. Can indicate lying. Can indicate someone who's not being real with you. They don't want to show who they really are. They're hiding behind their cloak, of darkness. Getting some weird vibes here, I'm not thinking this is good stuff. This is can be scary stuff. People that are up to no good, I don't like it. There's an element of secrecy and darkness and stealth and hidden danger and hidden things that are dangerous, that are bad for you, that are not good. I'm getting a lot of bad, really negative visuals in my head, but I'm not going to share them because I don't want this to go to that place, and I don't want to even give any light to shed any of the light to any of those, or give any energy to those things. So we're going to focus on the message in this card. Okay, the message in this card is for you to actively to turn this around. You have to make a move to try to resolve things. So if this is you, Aries, make the phone call. Go in person and look the person in the eye. Call them first and say, hey, can we meet for lunch? If this is you, Libra, I want you to actually write down what your solution is to the problem, because I know you have a solution, and I want you to face the problem. I want you to look it in its ugly head. I want you to actually take the bull by the horns and look it in the eye and say, I don't like this. Because of this, I am hurt by what you said. Please, please, can we discuss this? That's what Libra needs to do. And Gemini needs to come out of hiding. Gemini needs to stop turning away from their responsibilities when it comes to their relationship with whoever it is. Like, say, for instance, two friends could be at a point where they're not talking anymore. And the Gemini, for whatever reason, felt like they were hurt or whatever, and they didn't make any move to resolve the issue. This could be family. Again, I'm feeling parents with kids, or just parents that have kids, but it's the parents that are in this thing. Maybe one parent, I'm feeling like strongly that this is maybe it for you. One parent wants to do one thing and the other parent wants to do the other as far as raising the kids. Or one parent wants to send the child to school in Texas and the other one wants to send them to the school in Massachusetts. They have maybe some teenage children that are about to go to college. This can be an adult argument where adults go into one room and slam the door and there's no discussion. Let's get back to Gemini, because I feel this is a very strong Gemini card. If you have turned around and are in that fight mode, and you, instead of feeling lovey-dovey, you're feeling really angry, I want you to do something in nature which will help calm you down. You need to do something that's positive to help calm you down and turn things around. Because you can't stay in hiding forever. You can't ignore. Like, if you have a long-time friendship, or even in a marriage situation, Gemini, you have a long-time marriage, and you got into a fight with somebody. You have a responsibility, in a way, even if you weren't married, to tell the other person, to try to resolve the issue. You have a responsibility to them. You owe it to them, and you owe it to yourself to resolve it. To let it go on, festering, because this is a fester. This is nothing's moving. Things are stagnant. To let it go on like this is unhealthy. You're in a way, you're both the victim and the aggressor, Gemini, because you got that dual side. You're the victim and you're hurt, but you're aggressive. You got those swords. You got those fists up. That's aggressive stance in a way, you know? In the one hand, I see someone who's protecting, and the other hand, I see someone who still wants to fight, who still feels angry. So you need to address those feelings for sure in order to resolve this. Anything to do with birds is positive. So if you actually have a bird, spend time with your bird. You know, there's birds in this picture. And there's actually one bird that's been drawing my attention for a few minutes now while I've been talking. And this bird is actually holding a flower out to this person. It's holding this flower. And I actually never saw it before. There's this bird down here. This swan that's holding the flower out. So maybe someone who loves you very much is trying, like Gemini, someone is trying to get to resolve things. They love you. They're holding out like a peaceful flower. For you not to take it is not good. For you, or even Libras or Aries, for you to not even stop being selfish for a minute and take the bloody flower. And think of what the two of you have together. Think of your relationship. And just kiss and make up. And move on. And put down the swords. Because these swords are held. This person's hanging on tightly to these swords. So they're hanging on to their anger. And you need to let it go. You need to put the swords down. You need to accept the flower. Accept the peace offering. If somebody asks you for their forgiveness, don't continue to be angry. I mean, don't continue to hold your anger or what they did over their head, because that's wrong. You need to accept the flower and forgive and move on. And you need to apologize too for whatever it is you did. So after you accept that flower, say, I'm sorry too. I'm sorry I let my temper get the best of me. That's all you need to do. And I'm getting negative stuff again, where somebody is doing things at night that you don't know about. They're in the stealth of the night. They're cloaked in the night, and I don't like it. If you're in a relationship with a partner, your partner could easily be cheating. I hate to say that, but they're doing something behind your back, and it's not good. There's deception in this card that I see, that I feel. They're doing something at night. And there are two offerings here. There's two offerings. So maybe somebody asked you to try to fix the situation twice, and then they gave up. Maybe somebody is hoping for a romance, and they've offered you flowers, they've offered you their heart, they've proposed the marriage, or they've proposed you move in together, and you're refusing. The message here in this card is to be aware. Be aware what's happening at night. Be aware of what people are telling you. If it feels either too good to be true, then it's not. Or if it feels like they're lying, they probably are. And I want you guys to put the swords down, forgive, move on, be loving, accept the heart that is offered you. Because this is a good thing. This is a positive thing. And if you expect to win, you're not going to. So you need to put the sword down, because nobody's going to win. Basically what's going to happen is both are either going to remain in the standoff, or eventually someone is going to push this one to use the swords and to fight or argue, and it will not be good. It just will not be good. No one's going to win. Someone or both of you are going to end up being hurt, and that's not the way to go. The better way to go, Libra, Aries, and Gemini specifically, is to address this. Accept the heart that is offered. Accept the flower that is offered. And they can be metaphorical. You know, positive things. Whatever is positive that is coming your way right now, today, take it. This is your chance to move forward, to stop feeling so stuck, to get out of whatever rut that you've been in, to take a positive action in your life, and do something that's better for you. So that's all that I'm really feeling for right now. I wish you all the best. I will try to do another video tomorrow. I'm trying to do them every day now. And in a couple weeks, I'm going to do my mid-month. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Enjoy the rest of your day. If you are on the on the East Coast, enjoy the rest of your evening. The rest of your day if you're on the West Coast or in the Midwest, somewhere in the States. And if you're watching this the following day, I'm sorry, guys. If you're over in Europe, by the time you see this, it'll probably be tomorrow. But you can still apply some of these things to your life, even if it's tomorrow, the following day. Like if there's other things that, you know, if this resonates. And the other thing I will say is that sometimes things don't resonate with us. And that's okay. You know, you may find somebody else that does other readings that things resonate more with you. It's just, I think maybe this video is not meant for you if it's not resonating for you. So continue your quest to find stuff that's fulfilling. As an Aquarius, knowledge is everything. So I'm all about going out there and acquiring all kinds of knowledge from all different places. I subscribe to all kinds of crazy channels. I have all different kinds of friends on Twitter. I have all different kinds of foods that I love. I mean, I'm just, you know, branch out. So if it's not resonating with you, just continue to branch out. Seek out and you shall find something that's fulfilling. And on that note, have a wonderful evening, and I will talk to you again soon. All the best and the brightest. Big hugs. Bye.